Hey guys, CandyMudKip here, and today we're going to be doing another episode of Character Figure Comparison. Last episode we compared a droid with the movieverse and Clone Wars verse versions of the character design. Today we're going to be taking a look at the different design models between this movieverse General Grievous figure and, as you probably guessed it by now, the General Grievous from the Clone Wars franchise. So, first I'm gonna list off the different things we're gonna be grading them by, which is articulation, deco, gimmicks if it has one, and also the overall detail. So, first let's take a look at the General Grievous from the Clone Wars franchise. So here he is, really sleek in design, very slim compared to the movieverse figure, which has a bit more bulk in it. Nice colorization here. I like this color. Now let's go over articulation. For the Clone Wars figure, you have hinge and rotation in the shoulder, ball joint in the head, and forward and backward movement in the hip. That's all the articulation you get. It's not that great of articulation, but it's okay. Now we can take a better detailed look at the movieverse figure. For the movieverse figure, you can see a lot of, you can see a bit of green there, a bit of pink for some reason on the side pieces of the head. You can see it's a lot different proportionally than the Clone Wars franchise version. And it also cannot stand completely upright. If you have the knees in the exact standing up position, the feet are angled. That's because he has to be in sort of a crunched down pose like this, sort of squatting like that, where compared to the Clone Wars version, he could stand on both legs fine. I don't know why they decided to do that. Maybe in the movie he stood like that. I don't remember. I haven't seen them in quite a while. He's also in this weird pose. He's like leaning off to one side almost. Articulation for him, you have hinge in the elbow, ball joint in the head, hinge in the shoulder I meant, rotation in the elbow, and forward and backward movement in the hip, and bend at the knee and rotation at the knee. So overall he does have more articulation than the Clone Wars version does. Now that we've taken a look at coloring and articulation, now we can take a look at pretty much the overall aesthetic of them. With the Clone Wars version, you get a lot more skinny, lanky, a lot more spiky down here. Claws are a bit more exaggerated. Less actual robotics are being shown here than the other one is. And his head is a lot smaller, proportionally to the rest of his body. While with the movieverse version, everything is pretty good proportionally if you straighten everything out. See, he's got those nice alien eyes, and you'd see a lot of tubing and robotics in the arms and legs. You'd see all the tubing and pipes and everything going through everywhere. So overall, it has a lot more detail, I guess, than the Clone Wars version. But, yeah. Now down to gimmicks. The figure over here, the movieverse figure, actually does not have a gimmick. So, but the General Grievous from the Clone Wars series does. What you do is you pretty much pop off his arms right at the socket. It's really easy. You just pop them out. Extremely simple. And he comes with 2 extra arms that are split up into 4 arms that you can plug back into the ports where the other arms went. Now, the second set of arms is pretty much always splayed out unless you put them down like so, but then his shoulder is kind of like that, and if you put it backwards, his arms are out like that. So, really the only way you could pose this guy with these 4 arms is like this. None of these arms actually have articulation. The only articulation is over here at the shoulder where it plugs in, where it can rotate and hinge. Sometimes it's a bit tricky to actually get it plugged in all the way, but once you get it in, it's not going to like fall out or anything. It's nice pegged in there. And of course he can hold 4 lightsabers. I have tried it. It does work pretty well. Pretty decent. So, now, if you guys saw the last episode, it's time for the ending results of these 2 figures. So, paint-wise, they both get 2 points, because the paint on both of them is fine. The coloring, it's all good with both of them. So, 2 points for both of them. They're tied in that aspect. Articulation, he's gonna have to have 2 points, where this Clone Wars General Grievous version has 1 point. So it's 4. Wait, no, it's 4 to 3 right now. And on top of that, the aesthetic of this guy gets him another point, so that's 5. And, however, for the gimmick, he gets 0 points, and he gets 2 more points. So that's 4 and 5. So, put them together, and overall, aesthetically, paint-wise, articulation, it all goes to this guy. However, if you want gimmicks, a really nice gimmick with less articulation, the Clone Wars figure is definitely for you. I highly recommend both of these figures, even though I do like this one more aesthetically. He's my personal favorite, for obvious reasons, how he can't really stand correctly. But anyway, guys, that's the results. It's 5 to 4. And if you guys want to post your personal votes of which one of these figures is better, I'd be glad to see them. Post them in the comments below, and I'll check them out and see some of you guys' reasoning behind them. It should be pretty interesting. But anyway, guys, if you do want to see more of these, make sure to hit that like down below to show me that you do. And I'll make sure to do more of these. I don't currently have any figures that are from 2 different franchises that are the same character and look similar for now, but I should be able to find them soon. So I'd like to thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.